All right, guys. Continuation of the Roberts family home build. We are now, the slab is dry, and we're measuring out we're measuring out door and window openings so we can lay our first course of block. Actually, the boys are stripping forms right now, the concrete forms for the house pad, the foundation, and then they're going to measure out door and window openings. We have all of our doors and windows that we're gonna need. They were given to us for free, praise the Lord, from a job that Brandon was working on. Thank you, Dale. So we're gonna measure out the door and window openings, and we're gonna lay the first course of block with those measurements so we can cut the block where it needs to be cut. And then we are going to drill into the cells of each block to start putting our rebar in. I'll show you the cells of the blocks. Okay, so this was like a temporary, see how it looks kind of a deal. Brandon laid a first course here. This is what the insides of the block look like. We are going to drill into the cells with a really long half-inch bit to stick our rebar into the cells, and then continually stack the block one on top of two, just like brick, so that it solidifies it. It makes it more sturdy. Like reinforces it. I'm not one with all the words lately, guys. Pregnant brain. But that's what we're working on right now. Actually, they're probably just scootering around me on the concrete slab because they haven't had concrete in a very long time. But we will be doing that soon. That is what our plan is for the day.
Hi. Where's your bike?
What, baby? What, baby?
Just needs to make sure you're listening.
I know. So these are the concrete forms. You can tell the difference that they're stripping now. And that's the concrete, he's telling you, and that's the concrete. So that's the plan, Stan. I'll try and keep vlogging. There isn't going to be much to vlog until we start stacking. They're just stripping forms, stripping wood off the edge of the concrete as of right now.
You're not doing it right. That's not how you do it, Owen.
Then show him, Mr. Concrete Guy. You do this every day.
Nope. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Remember, we're saving the wood. And because we're super resourceful, this is all wood that we got from the barn that we tore down. And we used it for our forms, and we're gonna use it again for our top plate. Right, Brandon?
Yes, ma'am.
So we're gonna clean it all off, and our top plate is what's gonna be on top of our last stack of ICF forms. So it's gonna be our roof height. Then we're gonna reuse that wood for our top plate on top of that last stack after the concrete's poured. That's how we save money when we build a house, huh, Asher?
You guys don't even know how to stack wood.
No, Tatum, because we're waiting for
Whoa, be careful, bud.
Can I do it, Asher?
These guys are what you call amateur.
Be careful.
Why?
Okay, as we lay out the first course of blocks, we are being mindful of where the doors are, and we're connecting them since they don't really have anything to link to on the sides. We're connecting them with these clips. They're just metal or wire clips, and they connect onto the black, I don't even know what they are. They're like, it's just black little plastic things that are in the concrete forms. I'll show you really quick. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's these black little clips, and then little pieces, and then we connect the clips to them. Brandon could probably explain this way better, but he's on a mission while
You want to help them?
while wrangling children. It's utter chaos. He calls it a circus because it literally is a circus, but it's chaos and he's trying to keep his mind and build a house amongst it. You check out these forms, there's corner pieces and then there's straight pieces. Obviously the corners go in the corners. And then on the forms, there's these little nubs which click together kind of like Legos. And then even inside here, you can see there's parts that stick out and parts that are indented. So they kind of connect a little bit to hold together. And then the clips hold them in place even further. And then the scaffolding, which we'll stack scaffolding on the sides to
Brace system.
which is the brace system to hold it in place while we pour, because we're gonna pour from the top down into the wall. One of the tips that Brandon's friend, who we got the whole idea from, said to do was to leave the nubs on the bottom side down here, so the cream from the concrete can kind of seep through and create like a suction, or like just like create a filler to keep the blocks even sealed more against the foundation. So we're debating on whether we're gonna do that or not, because he usually does it. He usually pours his form like a, explain to me about Ben. What does Ben usually do?
He pours the footing below grade and then sets a course of block below grade and then pours the slab inside above the footings and buries a little bit of the first course of block.
Yeah.
So his footings aren't always perfectly smooth and flat like our slab is.
Yeah, so our slab was poured first. So if we leave those little nubs and let some of the cream from the concrete seep out, it might be a little bit more visible.
It'll create a better seal on the bottom. And
it will create a better seal. So we're debating on which way we're gonna go. Have you decided yet?
We're probably just gonna leave them.
Yeah, we're gonna leave them then. We're just gonna leave them. Somebody's stealing somebody else's roof for their fort. Okay, hold on a second. They made a fort out of the blocks and Shiloh's stealing the roof of Ellie's fort. But we're gonna leave our nubs on the bottom of our forms so the concrete can create a better seal. And we'll probably just put molding or something down the bottom whenever we decide to put on the inside of the walls anyway.
This is a perfect job for her. She's always building forts. Well, build this big one, okay?
Put them to work. There's that saying, many hands make light work. Y'all, they're very helpful and I'm very thankful. But they also mess around quite a bit. Concrete day for the walls, and I know I haven't been around in forever and a day, but I'm gonna try and compile all these videos of us building the house into one. I don't know if you guys see them. Nice. It's concrete day. So I came back inside because it's super loud out there, but we are pouring our walls today, finally. We got the line pump and not a boom pump because the boom pump's hose was too big. Our walls are 4 inches, 4-inch core, including the styrofoam, it's 10 inches. So yeah, we're pouring concrete today. It has taken forever to get to this point, but we're here. It's just Brandon and the boys and the concrete pumper and after today we're going to set the top plates, and then we'll be able to stack trusses next weekend. So that's today's progress. I'll try and get out there and film a little bit more, but after like 4 or 5 sunny days, we are having a freeze tonight, and it's sprinkling now, and it may snow. So I don't know if I'm gonna take the camera out there.